Well, hi everybody. Please go easy on me. This is the first time ever in my life that I have done a live video. I just want to share with you the reasons that I am going on a charity trek to the lost city of Colombia on the 1st of October. It's 5 days going through jungle that's prone to flash flooding, wading through rivers, being eaten alive by mozzies, and all of this in the name of Women's Aid. Every single penny that I raise will be going to the charity because I funded this myself. It means so much to me. If you're still with me and you haven't gone press the delete button, thank you for staying. So I just kind of want to share with you the reasons why I'm doing this and why I'm doing it this year, 2019. Anybody that's known me knows that I've had quite a colourful life. At 13 I had my first boyfriend that turned out to be 19 going on 20. I think this day and age you would call it child sexual exploitation. I just thought I'd got an older boyfriend and wasn't a fab. Then, you know, when I was 17 I managed to escape him, and as my mum would say, I jumped out the frying pan into another frying pan, and that's when I met my ex-husband, who, let's just say, for the majority of our relationship, I was his emotional, physical, mental punch bag, and he just thought that it was okay. It obviously made him feel better. And then in January 1999, after 9 years of abuse, I'd had enough and I just could not stand it any longer. So I got in the car with our 2 children, who were then 2 and 4, with my bin liners, and got in the car and just drove. Got on the motorway, stuck on the old Spice Girls CD and cried and laughed and sang Spice Girl songs from the rooftops out of pure just excitement, really, that I had found the courage to finally leave him after all this time. Then unfortunately that year my mum, she was only 46, which is the age that I am at the moment. She found out that she was terminally ill with cancer, and then it wasn't until a few months later, don't judge me, but I'd met somebody and I'd only known them 9 months, and I found out that I was pregnant with his baby. And unfortunately my mum died 6 weeks prior to Libby, my youngest daughter, being born. And since she's died, I've always raised money for charity. I've done something every single year. Majority of the time it's been the hospice where she died, or for cancer charities and that kind of stuff. But this year I want to do it for Women's Aid, and I want you to understand my reasoning. Because although I left my husband like some 20 years ago and, you know, escaped the domestic abuse, it's as though domestic abuse has constantly been there in the shadows. After my mum died, I joined the police and tried to help women, and just decided that it didn't matter how many times they would retract a statement, how many times they would, you know, send us packing, I would never ever give up, because it will just be that one day that sometimes you're ready, and you might have said I'm going back 1,000 times, but on that one particular time I promised myself I would always be there to support somebody. 2015 I was on my own on foot patrol, and I saw a woman screaming and banging from a 3rd floor window. She was screaming, she got blood pouring from her face, and I could see a man in the background grabbing her. And let's just say, for one reason or another, no other officer came to my aid, and I ended up dealing with that myself. Physically fighting with a man over 6 foot, and I'm 5'2", on my own. And I got quite badly assaulted, being dragged down some flight of stairs, which caused me to do my back in and be off sick for 6 months. I've since had 3 procedures done on my back, and it's never been right, and I still have to deal with that. And as a direct result of that, I had to leave the police. But worse than that, actually, is my 2 daughters. My 2 eldest daughters. After leaving their dad, aged 2 and 4, you think that you've saved them from from the clutches. You know, I didn't ever think that domestic abuse was acceptable. I wasn't brought up like that. But you kind of think that you've saved them and everything's going to be fine. Yet both of those daughters, sorry, I didn't know I was going to get upset, that both of those daughters have gone on to have violent relationships. And there's been absolutely nothing that I could do to save them. And yet it just seems ironic, doesn't it? I give talks in schools to thousands of kids about healthy relationships, about the prevention of child sexual exploitation, and yet I can't even save my own kids. So the reasons I'm doing this year for Women's Aid is that my daughters might not be ready just yet, but yours might, or your sister, or your friend, or your colleague. God, sorry. And I just hope that by raising funds for Women's Aid, that one day when my daughters are ready to get the help and the support that they need, Women's Aid will be there. You know, you can keep throwing lifelines and they'll keep going back, but the day will come, and I still believe that the day will come, that they will be ready. Oh, sorry, I got a bit deep then. So, anyway, I really do hope that you, even if it's for, you know, the cost of a cup of coffee, just give a donation to Women's Aid on my behalf and in memory of my mum. Thank you.